Hey y'all, welcome back to Cooking and Quiet. I feel like it's been so long. I am your chef and your host and co-creator, Chef Dante. And today we're doing curry chicken katsu. It is a Japanese inspired meal where we're gonna have a fried chicken cutlet, some really good curry vegetable broth with some rice. It sounds crazy. It's okay. If you know what it is, it's gonna be good. If you don't know what it is, it's still gonna be good. So let's go ahead and get started. So, already cooking on my stove, I have our white rice going. We have done about 2 or 3 videos on how I do my white rice, and I do like to cook it with chicken stock. Now, with the price of food going up, I want to show you guys a little trick on how I make my chicken broth if I'm on a budget. So you take some chicken bouillon. You can use the chicken bouillon cubes by Maggie as well. Nor's still pretty good. And I take about 2 tablespoons of chicken broth, chicken bouillon seasoning, along with 1 tablespoon of unsalted butter and 3 cups of hot boiling water to create a beautiful chicken broth. So as you can see, it's a little hot, but I want to stir it before I show it y'all. But look, economically friendly chicken stock, ready to use. And we will be using this, it's piping hot. We will be using this for our golden curry. So this is the Japanese curry mix right here. And I got it from Amazon. You can get it from like the Asian markets and whatnot. But this was less than $2 on Amazon. So since our rice will take a little bit of time, I wanted to get that going first. Now, let's start chopping up some vegetables. So I have a whole white onion. I'm just roughly chopping. And gotta be cute, because going in the pot to saute. Turn on our pot to a medium heat. I have 3 golden potatoes. I recommend 2 to 3 for this recipe. If you're new to my show, it's called Cooking and Quiet. You're gonna hear some water, you're gonna hear some walking, probably hear a phone ring, music, coughing, sneezing. You're gonna hear something, because music is music. Cooking is never quiet. Why are you looking at me like that? Oh, you gonna hear some coughing. Cause you know, one of our audience members, they be coughing, honey. Always. It's okay. I'm just gonna cube our potatoes, making sure that they're similar in size, so that they cook evenly. And if you see that you took down 3 potatoes and 3 potatoes look like too much, honey, do 2. Now that our rice has come to a boil, we're gonna reduce the heat so it can start to steam. And our rice will now be on medium. And as always, the ingredients will be listed down below. And cooking is really about prep work. So some stuff you really can do the night before. I don't necessarily recommend pre-cutting a potato overnight. But if you want to, just make sure that you have them in some water so that they won't turn brown. And the reason you do that, I believe the term is called oxidation. I could be saying it wrong, or I could be using the wrong term. But anywho, the potato will start to turn brown once it has contact with air for too long. We don't want that. Shoot, with the prices of everything, we're not trying to waste nothing. And this is a good meal that stretches. it's really like a stew. A nice stew. And it's been cold. So it's definitely a nice, good pot of something. Now, as I just stated, 2 to 3 golden potatoes. Now this is just 2 potatoes right here. Look at that. I don't know if I feel like this might be enough. I'm just gonna do 2 then. So, now that we have cut up our potatoes, I washed them, we're gonna put them off to the side. We do have our our pot heating up. And we're just gonna turn up the heat a little bit and put in a splash of canola oil and about 1 tablespoon of unsalted butter so we can start sweating our vegetables. Let's cut it in half. Make it feel like it got more than what it really do. Big advocate for that. Making less look like more. I love it. So let's check on our rice. Okay. I'm just gonna let that steam on medium heat. And as our butter and oil mixture starts to heat up, then we'll add in our potatoes, our onions, followed by our peas and carrots. Now you can opt to use fresh carrots and you can use fresh peas if you want to. I'm going for this, again, economical. This cost me like 84 cents or so. So it's up to you. Starting to feel a little heat come through. And I want to get my potatoes and stuff going before we get to the meat part, you know? Avoid cross-contamination and whatnot. And you want to make sure that your rice has enough liquid. So if you feel like it doesn't have enough, you can gradually add in a little bit more of the chicken broth, which is what I'm actually going to do right now. Because nothing worse than undercooked rice. And just a little bit. Probably like a 1/4 cup more of liquid. And it's up to you. You can use parboiled rice. You can use long grain. It's really your preference. But when I'm having a stew or something like this, I love to have the long grain rice. Or something. It's so quiet. Talk to me. I'm so excited, y'all. I cannot wait until I start having guests on my show. So I won't be here just talking to a mic. Well, this episode will be out in time. We are having our second dinner sale for the 2022 year, and it is Black History Month themed. No, it ain't gonna be no chitlins or nothing on the menu, but it's as southern gets. Smothered chicken, yams, buttermilk cornbread, fried chicken, meatloaf with some gravy. You don't really get more southern than that. Peach cobbler, little banana pudding, red velvet cake. So good. So I just pretty much wait until this starts to come to a simmer. Let them sweat a little bit. I'm not trying to like fry them. I just want to get them cooking a little bit before I add my broth to it and my curry seasoning. And And remember, when we're making our homemade chicken broth, it already has salt in it. It has butter in it, so you don't have to add any additional butter and salt to your dish that you're making unless the recipe calls for it. But when you're doing rice, you don't have to add anything else. I like to give it a firm shaking. So now that's going and it's taking its time over there, I'm gonna move our vegetables and I'm going to move on to our chicken. So because this is going in a curry sauce, we're gonna do a simple seasoning on our chicken. And I do have some boneless, skinless chicken thighs that I did clean up pretty good. And I'm gonna season it with some garlic powder. Some black pepper. This is probably the simplest you'll ever see me season meat. And some salt. I'm just gonna mix that up. I also have some a Valentine's Day special coming up too. Refresh my memory, babe. I believe it's $140 or so. And this is a dinner for two. It comes with appetizers, dessert. It comes with 2 entrees. You can add on strawberries. You can add on wine. If you want me to come to your house and cook it, it's an additional $100. But here at Dante's Meal Services LLC, we have a lot of things going on. We just dropped one of our last sauces, which is the honey lemon pepper. It is a small batch sauce. So I'm really excited. We got a lot of things in store for you guys this year. Like I said, a lot of exciting new things. I'm excited. I'm ready for the ride. So ready. So now our chicken is seasoned. Simple salt, pepper, garlic powder. And I'm going to move this over so that we can shift our focus back to our vegetables that need to start boiling. I lost the spoon. Okay. So, this is what I'm looking for. For it to start frying up. And because there's a lot going on in the pot, you're not gonna really get like nothing crispy, which is fine because they're not looking for crispiness. Ooh, bless me. And if you know me, I love to add vegetables into everything. Whole bag. Whole bag. Nutrients. We love it. Stirring so hard, got it falling out the pot. And I'm gonna let these sweat for another 5 minutes. I'm gonna add my broth after that. My rice is steaming nicely, looks just about done. So I can go ahead and turn that off and let the residual heat continue to cook that. You know, I'm an advocate for trying to straighten up as you go. It's pretty much once we get our curry going, the chicken is only gonna take maybe 8 minutes, 10 minutes at the most. So the important part is making sure that our vegetables are par cooked so that we can bring them to a boil and go on about our business. Hold on, y'all. What am I doing? smells so good. Doesn't it look so good? Nice and hearty. If you wasn't making this Japanese curry, y'all could have added some chunks of ham, some heavy cream, a little bit more seasoning, some fennel. Oh man, a nice potato and ham soup. Don't say I ain't never tell y'all nothing. Please don't say that. We're just gonna bring this to a boil. Once it comes to a boil, then I'll add in my curry mixture. But now that I have just a little bit of time, I want to actually show y'all just how simple it is. 'Cause I know I said it, but I didn't show y'all. Just gonna add in 1, 2. And once it comes to room temperature, you literally could just store it in the fridge and use it. 1 tablespoon of unsalted butter. And then some hot water. Look at that. Call this, what do I call this? Poor man's chicken stock? No, economically friendly chicken stock. And just keep stirring until that butter melts. You can add a little black pepper in here. That'll be so good. It's just about melted. I hear the bubbles. Y'all hear it? If you were alone. Perfect. And just set that off to the side and let that come to room temperature. So next time y'all need some chicken stock, boom, you got it right there. And I recommend keeping those containers if y'all order soup from Chinese takeout. Keep those. Anything new with the SQUADcast network that our viewers should know about? No, nothing new? Okay. What? 5 shows a week. What you talking about? Come on, tell the people.
Tell the people.
I'm trying to. You looking at me like I'm crazy.
You don't need me to tell them?
I do. Tell the people. You are my joy. And this, ooh, it smells nice. And this is what it looks like. It looks like this. Can they see me? Where do I focus? They can see me? Up.
Yeah, that's right. Or stop. You're good. Yes, they can see it. It looks like I'm putting chocolate.
Oh, wow. Really? It doesn't smell like a brick of chocolate. I feel like I should be using gloves for this, but you know. Now, you say 5 servings. Kind of want to put the whole thing in there. Think I should? It's my recipe, so why not?
Hard.
It is. It's like a concentrated curry block.
But it's gonna take a lot for that to break down.
I don't think so. I'm gonna use half. This is so exciting, y'all. So we're gonna let this cook for about 20 minutes and we'll be right back. Welcome back. So it's been about 20 minutes and this is what we have. A nice, thick, medium spicy curry. Our vegetables have cooked down nicely, and it's literally just a curry. I mean, how can I describe it? Like just a curry stew with a whole bunch of vegetables in it. That's gonna be served over rice with some delicious, crispy fried chicken. What we're gonna do now is just check the potato for doneness, and it goes straight through. Perfect. So we can now turn this off or remove this from the eye. But before we do that, I want to add a little bit of black pepper to it so that we can get on with our chicken. Perfect. And one addition that I made right before we went on break, I did add the rest of the curry cube, and I will post that in the comments as well if you guys are interested in purchasing those. Like I said, I got mine from Amazon, but you can find it in any of the Asian markets. So right now, I'm heating up some oil so that we can start frying our boneless, skinless chicken thighs. So to a bowl, I'm gonna crack 1 large egg. Got about a 1/4 cup of all-purpose flour. Perfect. Then my last plate is for my light and crispy plain panko. Thank you. See, that's why I like having audience members. They can open stuff when I can't. Okay. I'm gonna use about a cup of panko just to be safe. Make sure that we have enough. I don't need my oil embarrassing me again, so we're gonna let this get nice and hot. But essentially, this is what is about to happen. Gotta put it in order. So chicken thigh, seasoned. Press it in our all-purpose flour. If you need to add more, you can. Then into our egg wash. Boom. Bop. Okay. Then, last step, well, not the last step, but before we fry. They can't see it. They saw the egg? They saw the egg? Yeah. Okay. Look at that. Now, y'all know that's gonna be crispy, right? It's gonna be so good. And there you have it. Okay. Okay. It's sizzled. Don't embarrass me. Okay. I'll take it. Y'all, nothing worse than being embarrassed by your oil. And even though I gotta dip my hands repeatedly in this, I still gotta at least rinse them. No. It's okay. I ran out. I'll re-up tomorrow. And we're gonna fry that on a little higher than medium, because I want it to actually be cooked. I don't want to do it too high and the outside get crispy and it looks all delicious and you bite into it and it's raw chicken. No one deserves that. And this is perfect because there's no bones involved. You don't have to eat with your hands. So there's no excuses for curry fingers. I'm gonna use some more panko. And sometimes you can find panko at Dollar Tree. Name brand too. Now I know they ain't $1 no more, but you know, $1.25. I feel like because of $1.25, ain't no point in me going there. Like if I wanted to pay more than $1, I would just go to any other store. Or that's just me. Sit on there while we flip. All right. When we flip our first piece, look at that. That's what you're looking for. Exactly what you're looking for. Crispy.
What is panko?
It's crispy breadcrumbs. So this panko is literally a Japanese style breadcrumb. So you notice like when you get like tempura chicken or like fried shrimp or something from like an Asian establishment, it'll always be coated in panko. That's what gives it that extra crunchy exterior. And this doesn't have to be done with the chicken thighs. You can also, with the chicken thighs, you can also use breasts. So if you're not a fan of dark meat, go ahead and use chicken breasts. Chicken cutlets specifically. So you're pretty much butterflying the chicken breasts. It's almost time to eat, y'all. Nothing like getting off work, taking a bath, and eating some hot food. I feel like when you eat a hot meal, you sleep better. Sleep so much better. See what I see. Is that I lost my tongues? All right. Give this one a flip. Look at that. Beautiful. And like I said, I'm frying low and slow because I want to make sure that that chicken is cooked in the middle. And I'm gonna fry them twice on each side. Last piece. Up next, I'm doing some coconut shrimp. I have to. Especially since I got the panko and the coconut. Y'all stay tuned for that. I've been saying that I was gonna make coconut shrimp for so long. I love, love, love coconut shrimp. And anytime you see them on the menu, they are so expensive nowadays. So I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna just learn how to make everything that I like. So that the only reason that I have to go out and buy something is if I'm sick or I'm just being lazy. Alright, time to flip for the second time. Ooh. Guess I wasn't done yet. Look at me trying to rush stuff. These look so good. And these probably gonna take another 5 to 6 minutes or so, just to make sure that they're cooked. All right, get that positioned in there good. So, because it's almost eating time, get ourselves together. Do our flip on the second side again. There we go. Perfect. This one's a little thicker. This is so I don't have to re-wipe it. I like to put a piece of, what do they call it? It's like a wax paper. Ooh, it smells nice. And if you want to sprinkle a little bit of salt on the outside, you can. But I'm not going to. Cooking while we start serving our food. Y'all, I'm hungry. I'm hungry and excited to be sharing a different culture's food with you guys. Oh, it looks amazing. So you literally serve it like it's a stew. Flip these before I get too excited and carried away. Look how beautiful. This is literally how you serve it. Okay. And it's cooked. They serve it like this. Just like that. And if you look it up, this is how it's gonna look too. That's good. Okay. Alright, y'all. Let's give it a taste. Woo. Still got this chicken on in the background. Turn the heat down. Moment of truth. Have some of this stew first. It's so warm. It's like comforting. Y'all, this is delicious. Everything I made today will post it down below. I'm sorry, y'all. Everything I made today will be posted down below. I will see y'all next week, and thank you for tuning in. Bye.